The Fierce Yellow Pumpkin, written by Margaret Wise Brown, retold by Benigna Sanchez. There was once a small pumpkin in a great big field, a very small green pumpkin, the size of an apple. The small green pumpkin watched a scarecrow at the far end of the field day after day. The scarecrow was big, and he had a fierce, ferocious face, and it scared all the field mice away. The little pumpkin wanted to be like the scarecrow. The little pumpkin would say, "Ho, ho, ho, he, mice will run when they see me." But they didn't. The fierce yellow sun burned down on the pumpkin, and it grew and grew. And the pumpkin woke up one morning and discovered that he was a fat little round little yellow little pumpkin in a great big field. The little pumpkin would dearly have loved to make a fierce, ferocious face like the scarecrow's at the far end of the field, but try as he would, his own pumpkin face stayed smooth and yellow and shiny. And yet he would say, "Ho, ho, ho, he, mice will run when they see me." But they didn't. But then that night and the night after, something more began to happen while cold frosts came in the night. And the fat little round little yellow little pumpkin woke up one morning and discovered that he was a fiery orange pumpkin, the color of the setting sun, a fierce, burning color. The little pumpkin would dearly have loved to make a fierce, ferocious face like the scarecrow's at the far end of the field, but try as he would, his own pumpkin face stayed smooth and orange and shiny. And yet he would say, "Ho, ho, ho, he, mice will run when they see me." But they didn't. Then, one crisp afternoon, 3 little children came galloping through the big field. They laughed and sang as they passed the old scarecrow. They ran right up to the fat little round little orange little pumpkin, and one little girl called out, "Here he is! Here's our terrible pumpkin!" So they cut the pumpkin's heavy stem with a little saw knife. Each taking turns, they carried the pumpkin home across the field to their house. The little pumpkin liked that. And then, with the little saw knife, they hollowed him out, all empty inside, sweet-smelling and clean as a whistle. Then they cut one big eye in the side of his face, a big hole, and the little pumpkin laughed like that. "Ha, ha," laughed the little pumpkin. "I'm a fierce one-eyed pumpkin for sure." Then they cut another hole on the other side of the pumpkin's face. "Ho, ho," laughed the pumpkin. "I'm a fierce orange pumpkin for sure." But that wasn't all. The children cut a sharp shape in the pumpkin for a nose, the shape of a witch's hat. And that wasn't all either. They took the little saw knife and they sawed zigzag up and zigzag down until the little pumpkin had a whole mouth full of zigzag teeth. Then with a loud "ho, ho," the little pumpkin laughed a dreadful zigzag laugh across his zigzag teeth. He was certainly a fierce and ferocious pumpkin with a terrific, terrible face. After a while it was night. There was a black darkness all around, an inky black darkness. The children came in with a lighted candle and stuck it inside the pumpkin so that the light shined out his big eyes and his triangle nose, and the light shone over his zigzag teeth. He was a horrible sight to see. Grrr, in the dark. And the little pumpkin was fierce and happy, and he sang, "Ho, ho, ho, he, mice will run when they see me." And they did!